Welcome to ZKast, everyone. I'm Zeus Kerravala from ZK Research, and I'm here at Cisco Live 2025. I'm inside the world of solutions, and I'm with Evan Mintzer from Customers Bank. Evan, you are kind of Cisco famous, right, for being a net vet and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've been coming to Cisco Live. I think my first year was 2011. Over the years, not every single one, but most of them. I now help out with some stuff. I'm on the customer advisory board. Cisco Incident Champion. I also do the Sunday orientation for all the newbies.
Well, and plus, look, he's got all these badges, so he must be special. Plus, we're social media rivals.
Yes.
Or friends, I don't know,
something like
that.
that.
And all right, so you've been coming to a lot of Cisco Lives, I've been to a lot of Cisco Lives. I'm not sure I remember a Cisco Live that had as much product news in the keynote as we saw today.
Yeah.
And just some initial thoughts on that. What did you think of the keynotes today and the products?
First of all, I think G2 did a great job. I did talk to him before, and he said that he was hoping, he wanted to make sure he knocked everyone's socks off, and if he didn't do that, that he didn't do a good job. But I think he did do a good job.
You got socks on.
I put them back on after the keynote.
After being knocked
the keynote was earlier today, so I was able to put them back on. There's a lot of good things. I think some of the firewall stuff was interesting. I'm not as pro with the firewalls with Cisco, but then when we talked about AI, that's something that's a little near and dear to my heart because my company, we're using AI, and I think AI is something that will definitely help out with companies with where we're going. It helps you move forward.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you can do with AI is great. You look at just like using ChatGPT or Copilot or something like that to just help you make documents or help you make network changes. It will help people move forward in their jobs quicker. Yeah.
Now people have realized the value of AI to do things like write a summary of World War II if I'm a student or something like that, right? Not that you should do that, don't cheat. But from an IT perspective, how do you see that impacting what you do? There's a lot of fear out there, is it taking my job, is it not?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are worried, if AI will take my job? I don't see it taking jobs. I think if you look at how networks have progressed over the years, they've changed. So people have had to change with the network. So you look like automation, AI and ML, stuff like that have come.
I was a CLI guy, so you're not doing that anymore, right?
Exactly. Yeah. You put
some people
you put switches in. Yeah. You're no longer booting up each switch, writing the CLI for each switch and putting it in. Now you can use like Catalyst Center or something like that you can program multiple switches at one time, and that's what helps. AI is just like that.
The next version of that.
Exactly. It's progressing it even further. So it helps that job. I'll give you an example. Not too long ago, I had to write a document, change management document on our process on change management.
Which, by the way, network engineers don't do very well.
No, well, I'm also management, so I got to do it.
Okay, so you do well.
Yeah. So went to Copilot, said, Copilot, give me a document on change management based on ITIL standards. Then it gives you a document, you then make some changes. You get about 60% of the way there, which is a lot further than I was when I stared at a blank page.
Yeah.
But 60% of the way there, I can then change it myself. I would say never just go to AI and trust it implicitly and say what AI is giving me, I'm good. You can't do that. But AI can get you a long way there.
Yeah. Do you think there's a day where you'll be willing to fully automate the network?
I don't know how trusting I am.
Yeah.
I think it's a trust but verify, but I think a lot of automation will come in. As we move forward, we have to do that.
Yeah.
You can't hire all this, multiple staff to run everything. You got to pick and choose where you can.
And so what's the low-hanging fruit use case for it then? Obviously if we're here and we're going to go to there, what's a good entry point for somebody to get comfortable with AI?
Entry point for AI, well, I think, looking at, documentation, like I said before, helps out. I think when we look at automation, that helps out with the networks. I've heard different vendors talking about using AI to help with building the network, alerts, things like that. Those are interesting to me.
Stuff that no one really likes to do.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, who wants to look at alerts all day long?
In fact, that's a piece of advice I've given a lot of network engineers. If you're doing stuff today that doesn't improve your resume, stop doing it.
Oh yeah,
right? Find a way to automate it out of your job.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one of my guys here. He's looking at SD-WAN, looking at other things, how we can do it better.
Now, one of the other big themes was the coming together of networking and security. Historically, particularly in banks, right? Those domains live apart. Are you trying to do more of that now?
Well, so I work with our IS. Even though we have separate functions, we have to work together. So when security is the guys, they're the ones looking at the logs,
Yeah.
looking for alerts, looking for problems. But then when they find those problems, we got to shut down, create a firewall rule, shut down ports, things like that. They got to come to me for that, so we have to work together.
Okay, so there is a lot more collaboration, though. Well, that's good to hear, because I think that's been something that we've talked about the industry a long time, but we haven't really done. So I think another one of the other interesting news items was the smart switch, right? The switch with the DPU built into it.
Yeah.
That's kind of an interesting architecture, right? Now you've got an offload engine in there. Do you see that benefiting you?
I can see it benefiting me. I definitely need to learn more.
Yeah.
I mean, keynote was just earlier today, so I need to dive more into that. What do they really mean by the smart switch? But just thinking about what it could be there could be very interesting.
Yeah. And so when you look out in the future, what you've been doing networking a long time. What excites you? What concerns you?
I mean, the concerns are probably similar to the IS guys. I used to do security myself, so which is why I got out of security.
Yeah.
But the concerns come in of any problems on the network, things that aren't working right, because of malicious activity. Those are really the problems, especially when they come in at like 2 in the morning. Yeah. And I want to sleep.
Well, that's getting harder and harder to find too. There's so many back doors now. I mean, you think of remote workers, things like that. Everyone's got guest networks. It seems like it's getting harder to find those threats. Lateral movement's faster, and the risks are bigger.
And that's one of that's one of the problems, I guess, with AI. Not with AI itself, but the malicious guys are also using it.
Yeah.
And they can get faster and
so do you believe that this is a bit of fight fire with fire? If I'm going to secure my environment and the bad guys are using AI, I've got to use AI as well.
Well, we're using AI anyway.
Yeah, okay.
So I think it's irrelevant of what the bad guys are doing. But yeah, we have to be concerned about the bad guys because they're getting quicker.
Yeah. And on the positive side, what innovations have you seen that you're really excited about and can't wait to sink your teeth into?
Well, I think going down to the management, so they're talking about merging Meraki and Catalyst.
Single pane of glass.
Drink. But actually having that functionality. So now if we do have Meraki, we do have Catalyst, we do have Nexus, coming to one location. That one AI dashboard they had, the one that would build that looked pretty slick. The fact that they would do a live demo in front of
You're talking about Canvas AI?
Yeah, Canvas.
Or AI Canvas?
Yeah. Doing a live demo in front of that many people was gutsy. Yeah. The fact that it worked made it even better.
What I thought was cool about that was just how quickly it redefined itself to fit the use case that they were looking for, right? And so typically dashboards force you to work a certain way, and then you got to swivel between them. But this was actually a single pane of glass. And I've poked at Cisco before a little bit, and I've said, if there was a magic quadrant for single panes of glass, they'd be at the top right of that because they have so many of them, right? So
well, I thought it was great that they're looking at it from a stance.
Yeah.
The demo today was, we have a problem that's in the network. What's happening? Build that for it, and they were able to build it out. And you could see not only were they able to find where the problem was, but fix it pretty much on the fly. Now there was no change management there, so I have to go back to that.
Yeah.
That's a different story. But they got
that's
it fixed.
coming.
Yeah.
So DJ Sampath, I thought did an excellent job of the demo. He did a similar one for us in the analyst session too, and it was live as well. So, all right, Evan, anything else you want to
add? So far, great Cisco Live.
Yeah.
It's going well. I think we got 22,000 people here, all learning.
Yeah.
A lot of interest in AI, and see where they're going to go.
Yeah. So we got more AI coming that requires a different type of network, different type of security, and really a whole different operational model for which AI can help us. But from the words of Evan, AI is not going to take your job, but the guy who uses AI will.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So get on board. Actually, since you're using it already. One more question then, just for people that are scared about it, what's your advice how to get started?
I think thinking about kind of the use cases of what you want to do, start slow. You don't have to sit there and get into ChatGPT and make your own widgets that way. But I think starting slow and just asking questions definitely can help.
All right. So I'm have Evan Mintzer from the World of Solutions at Cisco Live 2025. I'm Zeus Kerravala from ZK Research, and thanks for watching. Give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you next time on my next episode of ZKast. Thanks, Evan.